evaluating the reuse of railway ballast using high-performance computing DEM. This project falls under the scope of Intertrack 2 Horizon 2020 European Commission program. Ballast grains result from the crushing of rocks. Grains with a size between 2 and 5 centimeters and presenting high angularities are usually selected to be used in railway tracks. Ballasted tracks consist of rails supported by sleepers, and these sleepers are embedded in a ballast layer. This constitutes the superstructure. Underneath lies multiple layers of ballast resting on layers of soil. This constitutes the substructure. The ballast is used to retain track position, distribute the traffic loads to the substructure, and provide drainage for the superstructure. The choice of ballast material is justified by the material's affordability and availability, the ease of installation, and its natural filtering properties. The design of ballasted tracks is largely empirical, and research has shown that the ballast undergoes important settlement under traffic loads. This calls for frequent track maintenance, which is ballast tamping, to reset the track geometry. However, this leads to the deterioration of the ballast material. One way to manage the ensuing deterioration of ballast is to detect when a limit of grain breakage or abrasion is exceeded and go through the process of cleaning the ballast. This process consists of getting rid of particles that no longer match the required criteria, such as size and angularity. Grains that fail to pass are then recycled and revalorized for use in other structures. The goal of the project is to recreate and analyze the behavior of ballast, take into account the complex geometry, and simulate grain crushing. Numerical simulations show more advantages than experiments, especially with the increasing computer power. The discrete element method is selected for its ability to simulate discrete media. The BlazeDAM simulation framework developed by Govender and collaborators is chosen. This framework uses the highly parallelized architecture of the graphics processing unit to accelerate the computation. SNCF Réseau made available a large database of grain scans, which will be used to generate numerical grain shapes for simulations. To highlight the effect of grain shape in simulations, a sample made of spherical grains was generated, in which a sleeper is embedded. A similar sample was prepared using cubic grains. The cubes are chosen to have the same volume as the spheres. A constant velocity v is applied to the sleeper in the lateral direction. The reaction force in the case of cubic grains evolves more gradually and keeps climbing, exceeding the reaction generated by spherical grains. This clear difference in behavior shows the necessity of taking the complex shape of grains into account in simulations. The next step consists of implementing a breakage model to render simulations more realistic. An experimental study of single grain crushing tests will be conducted to calibrate this breakage model. The work done so far has shown the importance of precise geometry description in simulations. The next step consists of conducting grain crushing experiments to calibrate the grain breakage model before moving on to realistic loading conditions to assist in decision making.